What's going on, dudes and dudettes? Wick Nudley here. Gonna show you a quick video. Not so much to flex any stats on a build, but I've had a few people in my clan and Discord kind of inquiring about, what is a build? How does that work? What do the mods do? So I'm just gonna run through real quick on two of my characters, just give you a quick breakdown. Of how the things work, what you're looking for, and overall synergy. This isn't an end game video, a PvP video. Oh, why don't you have Font of Might? Or I don't care. This is just to help people kind of get their foot in the door and get accustomed to what they're going to be looking for. So, for example, on my hunter, I'm running more of a Orbs of Power build. And I'll get into that when I show my warlock. That one's running more of a well build. So basically, the way that mods work and builds work, you can dumb it down to kind of a thing of there's mods that create, and then there's mods that use or take, I guess you could say. For example, one of the starter mods that you're going to be using on most builds that require getting charged with light. This is going to be one called Taking Charge, and you basically become charged by light by picking up Orbs of Power. The opposite of that, or the counter to that, would be Elemental Charge. It's the same thing, does the same thing, but instead of getting charged by light with Orbs of Power, you get charged with picking up wells. So, like I said, you have one that's like kind of the creator one, and then you're going to have mods that expend that, that allow you to get certain abilities, damage buffs, and other nonsense like that. So, if we back out of here. So on this character, I do have Font of Might, which allows you to do more damage if you pick up a well. That's actually can't be utilized right now because I don't have the Reaping Wellmaker attached. But long story short, you're constantly trying, very simply, to become charged with light, and then using a mod that requires the state of being charged with light, and that allows you to do more damage, basically. So an example of that would be Surprise Attack. While charged with light, blah blah blah, you consume, you see right there, consume all stacks with light. So what that's going to do is give you a damage bonus, because you are charged with light. So we pick up the orbs, we get charged with light, and because this mod is attached, I'm now going to be able to do more damage with my sidearm. We don't need to get into synergies and crazy builds, because I was using, this is a very fun Rat King build where you're basically invisible the entire time, and because I'm using Grafalcon, I constantly do 30% damage, and on top of that, with Surprise Attack, you get an extra damage boost. It's a silly fun build, but we don't need to get into that. We're just more so focused on how you get charged with light, and then the accompanying mods that help you use that state so you can do more damage and add a little synergy to your build. So that's kind of your basic run over of that. So you have the mods that create, and then the mods that take, if that's a better one. And the way that you can kind of tell the mods that take or consume your charge with light are actually yellow. So they're always in your class end mod on the armor that you're wearing, and the yellow ones are the ones that consume your stacks of light. There's of course a million other mods that do wells and stuff like that, but we're just going to focus on the Orbs of Power one right now. Then real quick, I will change characters and show you how it works on my warlock. Kind of the same concept. I'm sorry this video is longer, but whatever. So my warlock, we're trying to achieve the same thing. Like I said, you have your first mod that allows you to get charged with light. Where on my warlock, I use Taking Charge with Orbs of Power My Warlock uses kind of the opposite build where I use wells. So that's where that's one at. And then, because of the armor that I'm using, basically use a healing rift to get more grenade shots, yada yada. Bountiful Wells allows me to create more wells, and I use Well of Ordnance, another mod. Basically just chuck a grenade and you get solar wells. And then on top of that, we have Well of Life. Any of those solar wells give you a little bit of uptick in your health while you're playing, and you kind of have just around that good old synergy, just a bunch of fire around. You're lighting stuff on fire and it's exploding, and every time you throw a grenade, you get wells, and you walk into those little wells that are on the floor, you get charged with light, rinse and repeat. So that's your basic breakdown. I'm sure people, oh, that's not how you do it. Like, I don't care. I don't go to your mom's house and tell her to shave her mustache, okay? So that's your basic gist. You're trying to get charged with light, and then once you're charged with light, you use a mod that consumes them. On this build, I don't really have a consuming mod, a combat style mod. This is more for like utility of getting grenade energy and grenade kills to create ability energy and stuff like that. So I don't have a big damage mod. I'm not running high energy fire or Font of Might or anything like that. I don't have enough room, basically. But so that's your basic gist. You want to be charged with light, and then you want a mod. You don't have to a mod that consumes that charge of light to give you, enhanced properties and whatever you're doing. One thing too to focus on. The jury's pretty much out on any character. If you're new especially, you want to have at least 100 resilience. Get as close to that as you can. It's, I think, about a 40% damage reduction from everything. Very handy. Warlocks tend to be the class of recovery. That's important for them. So that's why I have 100 resil, 100 recovery. My mobility is incredibly high. It shouldn't be that high. And my discipline and intellect are in tier 6. That's all right. I can deal with that. My hunter, with the right stuff, I try to do trip 100s, and with my hunter, I do 100 mobility, 100 resilience, and then 100 discipline, just for chucking grenades. My recovery is like 9. Don't care. Don't get hit. You'll be fine. Okay, I'm sorry. It's a long-winded video, but hopefully that maybe answers a few questions. Like, hey, what do I even do with these mods? In a lot of your character mods, you can get them pretty much from Ada. You can pick up other mods from raids and stuff like that, but those are a little more situational and a little more advanced. So I would recommend just checking Ada every day at the daily reset and just pick up a mod. Doesn't matter if you think you'll use it. I highly recommend buy every single mod you see. Check with Ada every single day. Buy every mod she has. And as you play, you'll learn more and be like, oh yeah, so I'll do this and do that. And of course, consult YouTube with people that have tailored builds. This isn't a build to make you do a solo flawless on a dungeon or something like that. This is just to explain just the basic premise of everything. I think that's it. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great day, dudes.